Hey guys, Artillery J here. Welcome to, it's not really a vlog, it's more of a opinion piece on how I feel about an article that I just read. The article is from Bethesda.net, and I found a link to it via my Twitter. And the article is titled, 13 Things You Need to Know About the Evil Within 2. Well, I didn't know that there was going to be an Evil Within 2, so immediately I was a little bit stoked about it because I'm thinking, man, I love the Evil Within. It's a great game. I played through it several times, probably 5-6 times. I actually started playing playthrough of it on this channel right here, but nobody wanted to watch it, so I just kind of let it go. But another point about the Evil Within and this channel is that when I first started the channel, the first game that I tried to play was The Evil Within. It's the first game that I tried to record, but I was trying to record on PS4, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just kind of started recording Minecraft instead, because I had Minecraft for the PC, and I've got all of my games pretty much on the PC now, so I play them here. And it's a non-issue for me. I still don't know how to record on consoles, so I've tried a few different things, but it's, like I said, not an issue for me anymore because I don't record on consoles, so whatever. But let me read you the first paragraph of the article. It says, Sebastian Castellanos has had a decidedly rough past few years. Well, yeah. His family fell apart, he lost his job, and he was trapped in a lethal hellscape created inside of a serial killer's mind. Life isn't done kicking him while he's down. In The Evil Within 2, he's been offered the chance to right the greatest wrong in his life and save his family. But he'll have to step back into the nightmare in order to do so. Get caught up on the story here, and there's a link, and see the full rundown of everything there is to know so far about The Evil Within 2. And then it's got a list of the 13 things and a little paragraph about each under that with some screenshots and videos. There will be a link to the article down below. Now, it looks like there's going to be a few new enemies in the game. The first of which should be a picture right there. Okay. And the second of which, there should be a picture right there. So, let's take a look at those real quick. And, okay, they look like something a little bit different than the original game. The first one that's over right there should be the picture of the one with the camera coming out of its face, I guess. That's kind of like some of the enemies in the original game. Like the mannequin walking leg things. I don't know what they were. But this one over here looks different. It looks like just a regular person that's like, I don't know, maybe made out of wax or plastic and is melting a little bit. So that's kind of cool. But the story itself, it feels more like something that could have been done in DLC from the original game, to me anyway. Because there was quite a few different DLC packs. There was one that went through Kidman's storyline, and there was one for this and there was one for that. So it feels like this probably could have been done in the same vein, so to speak. Right here, there should be a picture right now of a weapon being used. That looks a lot like the bolt gun. I don't remember what it was called in the original one. So I'm not really sure what weapon-wise is going to be new. It says about the weapon, this is a survival horror game and resources are very scarce, but this time we have a crafting system that will enable you to craft ammunition for the weapons you want to use or you think will be the most valuable for encounters. And that's a quote from Johannes. Okay? And then it goes on to say, you'll still find ammo as you explore the world, but specific resources are randomized, so you can't depend on finding what you want when you need it. With the addition of the crafting system, you won't be fully reliant on what you can hunt down on the streets on Union, which is the name of the town in this game, which will give you more freedom to play how you want. So that's kind of cool. It looks like you're kind of racing against the clock in this game too, as the article goes on to say, and this is item number 8 on the list, it's a race against time. When Sebastian first sets foot in Union, he learns that something has gone wrong and Union is collapsing in on itself. So that's a lot like the city in the first game, where it was kind of like everything was moving around and falling apart. And that's a quote from producer Shinsaku Ohara. I think that's how you say that. I'm probably wrong, though. In the midst of this chaos, Sebastian will be forced to make his way through the horrific domains created by killers who have staked their own claim in STEM. On top of having to deal with them and the monstrous creatures that litter the world, Sebastian will be confronted by his own fears and will have to find a way to overcome them. The state of Union is a reflection of Lily's mental state. Sebastian will need to track her down and save her before Union completely breaks apart. So a lot of it seems like the original game, which is good because it will be a little bit familiar to the players, the people that play the original game. It won't be a bunch of new stuff that you got to try to figure out on the go. A lot of it will be the same, and you won't have to kind of fumble through figuring out how things work. So that's a good thing. But my biggest concern, and the reason that I'm making this video, is that Bethesda seems to have a history of making games that are buggy. And I know I just lost half of my subscribers by saying that, but it's true, man. I don't want to be disingenuous, and I don't want to say, oh, it's Bethesda, take my money and give me a good game, because that's not being honest. And I want to be honest, not just with myself, but with you guys too, of how I feel about things. And when it comes to Bethesda games lately, they've been super buggy. Fallout 4 is a great example. Man, I love Fallout 4. It's a beautiful game, but if it wasn't for the mods fixing things that Bethesda just left unfinished, then, I mean, the game's not even worth playing. The biggest problem with Fallout 4 is that everything is buggy. The first time that I played through Fallout 4, I got pretty far. I was a fairly high level. I don't remember where exactly I was on the leveling thing, but it was between the high 30s and low 40s probably. And I had just finished the Brotherhood quest that gets the giant airship in the air. And when that happened, the AI in the game broke. And when I say the AI broke, I mean all the AI. My companions would not follow me. They just take off running until they got to the border of the world, and then they just run into the border and just keep running right there. They would not pay attention to me. I could interact with them. I could talk to them, and they'd say, I'd tell them to follow me, and they'd be like, oh, right, Chief, or whatever it is, and then they just keep running that way. So that was broken. None of the enemies would respond to me. I'd walk up to boss enemies and just shoot them in the face with a handgun until they died, and they never once retaliated. NPCs would just stand in the same spot and spin around in circles. So it was a little irritating that I got that far, and then I had to just create a new save file because the game was broke. And I actually didn't play it for a few months after that happened because I was so friggin' mad about it. But I understand that there's issues with any new game that comes out because you can't catch everything. But there are some things that you don't have any excuse for not catching, and Bethesda is one of the companies that's the biggest culprit of this. And I think if there's indie developers out there that are putting out products that are, almost perfect on release. Hell, they're putting out products that are almost perfect in their beta test, but a AAA company can't get it right. I mean, come on. You've got money, man. You've got the money to do this. You've got an entire development team of hundreds of people. Just put out a product that isn't broken. And that's my biggest fear about this game is that The Evil Within 2 is going to be buggy and it's going to be broken, and there's going to be things in it that just destroy any hope of making it a good game. The original Evil Within, I ran into one major bug, and that was with the chainsaw dude. When he's like chained up in the barn, sometimes he would never come out of the little thing. He'd never break through the wall and come after you. So you'd have to keep reloading your save file and going up and to the trigger point to get him to come out. And eventually he would, but sometimes, you'd have to restart your save file 4, 5, 6 times before it finally was able to trigger it, and I don't understand why that was an issue in the game. I don't know. I haven't made a game myself, so I can't say where the hard things are and where the easy things are to fix, but it seems to me that if just about everything in your game is buggy, then maybe you should fire some people and hire some new people. I don't know. Not trying to make anybody lose their jobs or anything, but yeah, that is how I feel about the article that I read. The release date is really cool. Like I said, Friday the 13th of October of this year. So that's really cool for a horror game. The premise of the story seems pretty cool, but again, it's something that I feel like probably could have been done in DLC. The screenshots, everything looks really neat. The couple of monsters that you've got pictured here seem pretty cool looking, and the videos on the article all look really good. So hoping for great things. I really truly am. Despite all the problems that I have with Bethesda, I keep coming back to you, but I'll probably rent this one first and see if it's broken before I give you my $60. So I encourage you to check out the article for yourself. See what you think. Check out the videos. Check out the different screenshots and stuff from the game. Read the article. Get the information for your brain whole area, and make your own opinion based on what you see and based on what you know from the past of Bethesda and from The Evil Within. And let me know if I'm just being an idiot down in the comments, which I'm sure that I probably am, but whatever. At any rate, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey, what's up? Thanks for watching.